everyone, this is the third video of this series, Are Humans Still Evolving? And in this video, I'll be clarifying what exactly is meant by evolution and how it is brought about. Now, evolution refers to the cumulative changes that occur in a population over time. And now, by cumulative changes, I'm not exactly talking about, for instance, your skin getting tan from being under the sun too long. I'm talking about the heritable characteristics that pass on from one generation to another. And given that it is heritable, let's establish the fact that these changes are occurring on genetic materials, since it's passed on from one generation to another, i.e. heritable. Now, evolution essentially occurs due to the interaction of organisms with their respective environments, and most often due to their adaptation to the changing environments that are surrounding them. Now, depending on the size and the scale of these changes, evolution can, well, very simply, be categorized into micro and macro evolution. Now, microevolution occurs due to DNA sequences and allele frequency changes in a species over generations. So let's kind of establish that. Microevolution occurs due to changes in DNA sequences or allele frequencies, and etc. In contrast, macroevolution refers to a large-scale change at a species level wherein the accumulation of microevolutions result in a significant trait change. So let's establish the fact that macroevolution is a result of many cases of microevolutions. And an example of a macroevolution would be, for instance, the creation of a new species. Then how does evolution exactly even occur in the first place? What essentially drives it? Well, evolution largely occurs due to random mutations. Now, a mutation is a random change in the DNA sequence of an organism. Now, these changes can occur naturally due to errors during DNA replication, exposure to radiation or chemicals, viral infections, so on and so forth. Now, most mutations don't exactly have a significant impact, and the reason why that is so is because in many cases, the changes in the DNA sequence may occur in the non-coding sections of the DNA, such as the intergenic regions and the introns. And to see how that exactly is, let's refer to this diagram right here. Now, even in a complete DNA strand, we have genes, but we also have these intergenic regions. And if a mutation were to occur in these sections, since this is a non-coding section, these mutations won't exactly manifest in a protein or so. And even in the genes themselves, we have exons and introns, with introns being non-coding regions. This would naturally mean that even if a mutation would occur, if it were to occur in a non-coding section, that mutation won't exactly manifest as a change. And also, even if the changes were to occur in a base of a codon, it would most likely not change the amino sequence that it codes, because several codons may code for one single amino acid. Now, these mutations altogether, these mutations that don't exactly manifest, are called silent mutations, and I think that's worth taking note of. But then again, these mutations may actually manifest, and some of these may actually be beneficial or even harmful or neutral. Now, the beneficial mutations that may occur are the ones that actually drive evolution forward, so they're more close to the content of this video, as they improve an organism's ability to survive and reproduce. So mutations may be categorized into different types, but the mutations that we need to focus on in this video are beneficial mutations that actually improve the chances of survival or even reproduction. And this brings us to the role of natural selection in evolution. Now, natural selection is the process by which certain traits become more common in a population over time because they offer a survival or a reproductive advantage. Now, in very simple terms, individuals with beneficial traits that we earlier spoke of are more likely to survive and pass on those traits to their offspring. Now, to put this in another way, if a mutation were to improve one's survival, those individuals would reproduce more and that trait would spread, essentially. But if a mutation were to be harmful, those individuals are less likely to reproduce and the trait would disappear over time. And this is exactly natural selection in its play, and this is a clear way, a mechanism of how evolution is achieved even in today's world.